the ultimate hair care guide for teens. Hey there! Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into everything you need to know about hair care, from understanding your hair type to the best ways to protect and style it. Our hair is one of the first things people notice about us, so it's important that it looks freshly done at all times. Unhealthy hair makes you look unattractive and sickly, but healthy and properly styled hair improves your appearance and gives you a natural glow. In this video, I'll be sharing an ultimate hair care guide for all hair types, from pin straight to kinky. The video will have 5 parts: hair types, hair care, hair styling, hair protection, and things to avoid. Let's start. First up, let's talk about hair types. Understanding your hair type is essential because it influences everything from the products you should use to how you should care for and style your hair. Hair is classified into 4 levels. Type 1 hair is straight, Type 2 is wavy, Type 3 is curly, and Type 4 is kinky. You can find out your hair type by washing it and letting it dry in open air. This will reveal its natural curl pattern. Now that you know your hair type, let's talk about hair care. First, washing techniques. Let's learn the best practices for proper hair washing. How often you should wash your hair is dependent on how easily it gets greasy. Straight hair tends to go oily faster, so washing it 3 times a week might work best. Wavy hair might go longer, so wash it around 3 times a week, while curly hair will benefit the most from being washed once a week. Finally, kinky hair, which is prone to dryness, should be washed only 2 or 3 times a month. Now let's choose a shampoo. For straight and wavy hair, use shampoos that are labeled as lightweight and volumizing shampoos. For curly hair, use moisturizing shampoos, and for kinky hair, use with deeply hydrating shampoos. To wash your hair, start by thoroughly wetting it with lukewarm water. Apply shampoo to just your scalp and roots. Massage it gently with your fingers, then rinse it thoroughly. Follow with conditioner. Apply it to the middle strands and ends of your hair and leave it in for a few minutes before rinsing. This routine helps keep your hair clean and moisturized without drying it out. Hair trimming is another essential part of hair care. Regular trims prevent split ends, excessive breakage, and dull-looking hair. You should get your hair trimmed once every 2 months at a hair salon by a professional stylist. If you're trimming it yourself at home, make sure to use sharp, hair-cutting scissors and snip small sections of hair at a time to maintain the shape and health of your hair. Now that we've covered hair washing and trimming, let's talk about styling. There are 2 ways to style your hair, and they are heat and heatless methods. Heat styling methods include blow-drying, straightening, and curling. When you use any of these tools, always use a heat protectant spray to shield your hair from damage. Keep the temperature as low as possible, especially if you have thin or damaged hair, and don't use heat on your hair more than once a week. If you prefer to avoid heat when styling your hair, you can curl your hair overnight using soft rollers or braid your hair when it's damp to achieve waves or curls. These methods are gentler on your hair and can still give you beautiful results. Outside heat and heatless styling, different hair types require different tools. Use a fine-toothed comb if you have straight or wavy hair, and a wide-toothed comb if you have kinky hair. As for when to comb your hair, straight and wavy hair can be combed when damp or dry, but curly and kinky hair should be combed when wet and conditioned to avoid breakage. Now for styling ideas. If you have straight or wavy hair, some cute hairstyle ideas include bobs, layers, wolf cuts, and beach waves. If you have curly hair, you can get a curly top knot, relaxed ponytail, or slicked low ponytail. If you have kinky hair, you can get cornrows, micro twists, bantu knots, or braided extensions. If you get braids, you can keep them looking fresh for as long as possible with a few simple tips. Start by wearing a silk or satin hair bonnet at night to prevent frizz. Keep your scalp moisturized with hair cream before you go to bed every night, and clean the roots of the braids once a week with diluted shampoo to remove buildup. You can add an extra cute touch to your hairstyles by doing your edges. Use a small brush and edge control to smooth it down, and add wispy curls for a sleek finish. If you have the issue of frizzy hair, you can reduce it by only washing your hair with cold water and applying an anti-frizz hair mask once a week. There are several good hair mask brands out there, but if that's too expensive, you can make your own with a mixture of honey and coconut oil. Add 1 spoonful of each ingredient into a bowl, mix it thoroughly with a whisk, and apply it to the ends of your hair. This mask instantly hydrates your hair and smoothens the cuticles, reducing the frizz and making it soft and shiny. Hair protection. In addition to having your hair properly washed, combed, and styled, there are a few things you should do to protect your hair from natural elements that could hinder its growth or general health. Here are a few ways you can protect your hair. Firstly, during the day, do your part in protecting your hair from getting dried out by the sun's UV rays by wearing a hat or scarf, especially if you're spending a lot of time outdoors. Always wear a swimming cap whenever you use a pool so the chlorine doesn't discolor your hair, and always keep your hair in a bun when you work out so it doesn't stick to your skin when you sweat. Protection of your hair should continue when you get home. If you have braids, wear a shower cap before taking a bath so it doesn't get soaked or start smelling damp. In addition to this, try to replace all your pillowcases for silk or satin ones. If you can't do that, get a silk hair bonnet or head wrap instead and cover your hair with it before going to sleep. It helps to reduce friction, hair breakage, and frizz. Protective hairstyles are another great for keeping your hair safe from damage, especially in the winter, when the air is frigid and hair is more likely to break if you comb it often. Styles like buns, twists, or braids are perfect for this. They aren't only cute, but also reduce manipulation and help retain length. Just remember not to get them too tight, as that can do more harm than good. Things to avoid. Having learned how to properly wash and style our hair, let's see some things to avoid when it comes to hair care. Avoid overwashing your hair. This can lead to hair dryness and breakage. Don't use hair products that contain sulfates and alcohols because they can be damaging and lead to hair loss. Don't style your hair with heat tools such as blow dryers, straighteners, and curling irons more than once a week to prevent hair damage and breakage. Speaking of breakage, avoid tying or braiding your hair too tightly because it can cause tension alopecia, which leads to balding. Finally, never share brushes or combs with strangers to avoid risking catching head lice and nits. Pretty hair gives you a pretty face, so it's important to make sure your hair looks healthy at all times. If you follow the tips in this video, you'll be able to improve your appearance in no time. What kinds of videos would you like to see me make? Leave your answers in the comments, and I'll see you next Friday.